Happy learning. This is the part 3 session.
Things we discussed in computer organization. Yes, children, we learn about how the hardware component of your computer system it's included to perform input and output operation based upon various devices, right? So we learn about what is microprocessor, then how the interconnecting exists between your microprocessor and other devices, what are the characteristics of microprocessor. Under that, we gone through what is clock speed, instructional set, word size, and all. Right. So let us make a small recap of part 1 session. We saw about the introduction and basics of microprocessor. Then clock speed. It will under two category. It will be measured. One is megahertz, another one is gigahertz. Then we learn about what is instruction state. Under that, we gone through what is data transfer, arithmetic operation. Okay, so next saw about logical operator, control flow, and input output statement. And how will you calculate your word size using your pins? Okay, so microprocessor pin we can able to calculate a word size. Then we learn about data communication between your CPU and main memory, how the data are get communicated. It is done by using MDR. What is MDR, ma? It is memory data register. Similarly, we saw about MAR. What is MAR? Memory address register. So registers are used to store the data. Okay. So how the CPU will contain this MDR and MAR to record and transfer your data files. Okay. Next, we learn about the bus connectivity between your CPU and the memory, and the various types of microprocessor. So, what are the types of microprocessor we saw? Saw about depending on the data width. We can classify your microprocessor as 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, and 64-bit. Similarly, based on instruction state, we can classify your microprocessor as CISC and RISC, that is reduced instruction set computer, that is CISC, RISC, as well as RISC, that is next is CISC, it is complex instruction set computer. Then we discussed and learned about what are all the examples of CISC and RISC machine. Okay, so up to this we covered under your part 1 session of your computer organization. In today's class, we are going to learn about your memory devices. Okay, what are all the memory devices available in your computer organization? Okay, so now we'll see the learning objectives of today's class. What are the things we are going to learn in today's class? We are going to learn what is memory device. Under that, random access memory. What are the types of RAM? Read-only memory, ROM. Then under that read-only memory, we are going to learn about programmable read-only memory, erasable programmable read-only memory, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory, last cache memory. Coming to secondary storage device, we are going to learn about what is hard disk, what is CD, compact disk, what is the use of DVD, okay, digital versatile disk, then Blu-ray disk. These are all comes under your secondary storage part. Next, we are going to learn about ports and interfaces. Okay, so up to this, you will complete your chapter 3, that is computer organization. Okay, So now we will learn about your memory device. What is the use of memory device and how the memory device will be used in your computer organization. Okay. Okay. So first, computer memory. What is the use of memory? Memory means it is
That
the
place is called
storage
as a
space in your computer when data and instructions are stored. Okay, where your data and instructions are stored, that should be given by this memory of your computer. So here for storage we are going to use random access memory, RAM. So RAM stands for random access memory. So how you can access the data from your memory? So that is the random access memory. So inside this memory we are going to learn the parts, okay, the parts of your memory and how the values of this get accessed. Okay, I will show you. So this is the thing. Here sequential access means one after another access. Random access means it can access in either order without navigating through previous byte. That is random access. So where you want you can access. Next we are going to see about your storage part. So there is a diagrammatic representation of your memory hierarchy. So first one is hard disk. Okay, so here hard disk, next main memory, then cache memory. Cache memory is a temporary storage device. While accessing from your hard disk, to main memory, the thing what you are going to see, no, it's a smaller capacity and faster access time. While coming to cache to hard disk, you will have larger capacity and slower access time. So these are all the two main categories for accessing data from your memory. Okay, now moving to your random access memory, that is RAM. This is the main memory, otherwise called as random access memory. So this is available in your computer in the form of IC. What is IC? IC means integrated chips. Okay, so this should be available in the form of IC. Application program and data, no, if you use and current usage kept temporarily so that it can be accessed by your computer processor. So that is the main use of your random access memory. So it is the place in your computer where your operating system get accessed. Okay, so the memory can be accessed as a collection of 8-bit which are called as bytes. These bytes, no, it is referred by B. So that is the indication of this bytes. It is referred by B. Okay. If the computer has 1 megabyte of memory, then it is stored in 10,48,576 bytes or character of information. Okay. So hence 1 MB. 1 MB is 1024 kilobytes and 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. So this is the storage part of your RAM. Okay. Next we will see about the types of RAM. What are the types of RAM? So RAM means you will have static and dynamic RAM. There are two types of RAM. Dynamic RAM within a common needed to be refreshed frequently. But static RAM, no, it is less often, which make it faster. Hence static RAM is more expensive compared to your dynamic RAM. So these are all the two main RAM used in your computer. Static RAM shortly represented as SRAM. Similarly, dynamic RAM, we will represent it as DRAM. So DRAM, no, it is a common type needed to be refreshed frequently. We have to refresh it off. Okay. Next, we are going to see about ROM. ROM means read-only memory. What is it? It is the special memory in your computer with pre-recorded data. Okay, it will have pre-recorded data at manufacturing time which cannot be modified. So only it is called as read only. Name itself you can able to identify. Read only means you can only read it off. Okay, no other operation you can able to perform in it. So while designing and manufacturing itself, the records or data that should be stored in this memory. The stored program no that starts the computer and perform diagnostics, and it is available in your ROM. So ROM no it stores critical programs. So what is the critical program means? Which boots the computer no. So that kind of program should be stored in your ROM because it is pre-recorded. So booting system, booting operations, all the things should be stored in your ROM. So ROM stores your critical programs. Once the data has been written on your ROM chip, it cannot be modified or removed. So that is the main thing. Once you written anything in this, the things what you written in your ROM part that cannot be modified or removed and can only be read. Hence it is called as ROM. As well as this ROM is called as non-volatile memory. Non-volatile means it cannot be changeable. Similarly, RAM no, it is called as volatile. You can able to change. So RAM is called as volatile memory, ROM is called as non-volatile memory. So these things you have to keep it in your mind. Between if they ask in difference between RAM and ROM means you can write RAM means random access memory, ROM means read only memory. Similarly, the data stored in your random access memory can be changed it off, but in ROM it cannot be changeable. Okay, so RAM is called as volatile and ROM is called as non-volatile memory. Clear? Next we'll see about next memory device, that is PROM. 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 PROM stands for programmable read only memory. Okay, so programmable read only memory is also a non-volatile memory because the data cannot be written again and again. Once it written, only that particular data can be accessed. So ROM and PROM, ROM and PROM, both are non-volatile. Okay, so the data once written should remains forever. Unlike the main memory, PROM retain the content even when the computer is turned off. If your computer also turned off, it can able to retain the storage. What are the things stored in it? So PROM differ from ROM. In what manner? No. It is manufactured as a blank memory, where ROM is programmed during the manufacturing process itself. Here you can give this one as your part. That part no, it should be specified as blank space, where in PROM. But in ROM, you have to write the content while the manufacturing design your processor itself. Okay, so the process of programming a PROM no is called as burning the PROM. For example, you may not know this, I think so. In previously, while writing in CD, no. Nowadays, in built-in in OS, you can burn to your disk. But in olden days, while using this XP system and all, Windows XP, what the thing we have to do? No, we have to install one software for writing your content from your system to your CD or DVD. Okay, so here in PROM, what the thing you have to do is you have to burn the datas to write the datas into a PROM chip. The process of programming a PROM no, that is called as burning the PROM. Burning means you are not going to keep fire and burn. You are going to write. So here burn representation is defined as writing your data. Clear? Okay. Next we are going to see about EPROM. EPROM is erasable programmable read-only memory. It is one of the special type of memory which also serves what the PROM serves. But the content, no, it can be erased using your ultraviolet rays. But in ROM, you can't able to erase. In PROM also, you can't able to erase the content. What does the chip store the content? What are the data available in your chip? That should be retained forever. But in EPROM, you can erase your content using your ultraviolet radiation. Okay, so that is EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. So it retains its content, no, until it is exposed to your radiation. Until you give your rays, pass a rays of ultraviolet, till that it will retain the content that should be stored. So this ultraviolet light, no, it clears the content, make it possible to reprogram the memory. If you want to reprogram using the particular chip, you can reprogram using this EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. So next one, it differs. How it differs from PROM? No, it can be written only once and cannot be erased. Where PROM, but in EPROM you can erase the content. That is the main difference. Next, EPROM, no, it is used widely in personal computer because they enable the manufacturer to change the content of your PROM to replace with updated version or erase the content before the computer is delivered to your user. So what you have to do, no, in personal computer and all, we may use this EPROM because all the content, what are the things you stored in your system, you can erase all the content and deliver to any other persons so that your content will not get shared. Okay, so EPROM chip, no, it have a transparent area at the top surface which is covered by the sticker. If it get removed, the ultraviolet ray in the sunlight, no, may erase the content. So from the sunlight, ultraviolet radiation from the sunlight also erase the content if you remove the top cover in your EPROM. Okay. Okay. Next, we are going to see about EEPROM. What is EEPROM? EEPROM is erasable programmable read-only memory. EEPROM is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. That is the next memory of your ROM. So far, what are the memory we saw? We saw what is ROM, then PROM, EPROM, now EEPROM. So in this, it is the special type of PROM that can be erased by exposing it to a electrical charge. In previously, you can expose it to a ultraviolet rays. So in electrical erasable programmable read-only memory, you can expose the content to erase by using electrical charge. So like other types of PROM and EEPROM, retain its content even when the power is turned on. In other condition, PROM and EEPROM, when the power is turned on also, it can retain the content. Similarly, in EEPROM also, you can retain the content. But main thing, no, if you compare this one with all the other types of ROM and EEPROM, EEPROM is slow in performance. It is very, very slow comparing to other ROM device. So that is the main difference between this.
Now we conclude our session. We will meet in next video. Thank you.